Welcome student in today's online section of subject mechatronics. Today we are going to see the temperature sensors. Okay. So what is temperature sensor or temperature measuring devices? Temperature is a condition of a body by virtue of which heat is transferred to the other body. Temperature is a functional unit like mass, length and time. Temperature is measured either in degree centigrade, degree Kelvin or degree Fahrenheit. Okay. The three most widely used temperature detectors are thermocouple, then resistance temperature detector RTD and thermistors. Here you can see we are having again four types of devices. Four types of devices or four types of temperature sensing sensors. So four type of temperature measuring devices are used, each of use having a different principle. First one is mechanical, then thermojunction, which are also known as thermocouples, then thermoresistive RTDs or thermistors, then radiative. So here in case of mechanical thermocouples or thermometers, we see a mechanical movement of either of a liquid or mechanical movement of a solid stream. In case of thermocouple, there is a production of voltage across the couple. That's why we called it as a thermojunction or thermocouple. Means there are two different types of metal are joined together, so we called it as a couple. Then thermoresistives, these are the devices where by virtue of temperature sense that there is a change in resistance, and by measuring this change in resistance we can calculate the temperature. RTDs and thermistors are the thermoresistive devices. Then radioactive. So radiative devices are the devices which are non-contact type, and by the basis of energy emitted by the devices, energy emitted by the body, we can calculate the temperature of that body, which are infrared and optical parameters. So the mechanical temperature measuring devices are explained on this slide here. So working principle of this is temperature This temperature changes causes some kind of mechanical motion as material expands with a rise in temperature. So normally you see that what is inside this thermometer, when this thermometer is comes in contact with the hot body, the liquid mercury inside this thermometer starts to rise its level. So you can see there is a change in level of mercury. So we can say that there is a mechanical motion of this mercury is there. So the thermometer is a mechanical temperature measuring device where the motion is sensed there. Then mechanical thermometers makes as liquid, solid or even gases as the temperature sensitive material. The mechanical motion is read on the physical scale. Then liquid in glass thermometer, this is the most commonly liquid in glass thermometer. It is a mechanical devices. Working principle can be stated as the liquid expands as the temperature rises and the scale is calibrated to read the temperature directly. Make use of mercury or some kind of alcohol is used for the liquid whose level increases or decreases as per the temperature. If the temperature of body is cold, at that time the mercury level starts decreasing. Then you can see the bimetallic strip thermometer. Here the bimetallic strip means there is a strip of metal. Bimetallic means two metals are used there, metal A and metal B. Here this metal A is having a smaller coefficient of thermal expansion than metal B. With temperature increase, metal B expands more than does the metal A. Because of this, the expansion or slightly bend in the strip is occur because one metal expands more as compared to the another. That's why there is a bending in the strip is occur, and on this bending is directly depend on the temperature. So by measuring this bending we can calculate the temperature. So it causes the bimetallic strips to curve upward. So because of this, by sensing this curve we can measure the temperature. Then this is the pressure thermometer. So what is this pressure thermometer? Here we are going to use the gases, and by measuring the pressure or by sensing the pressure we can calculate the temperature there. So mechanical thermometer that uses gas as a expansion instead of a liquid or solid, we called it as a pressure thermometer. Suppose the gas inside the bulb and the tube can be considered an ideal gas. The ideal gas law is PV is equals to mRT. Here R is kept constant. The bulb and the tube are constant volume, so V is the constant also. The mass m of gas in the sealed bulb and the tube must be constant. Hence the above equation reduces to the P is equals to constant times of T. Means here pressure is directly proportional to the temperature. So if the temperature increases, the pressure also increases. And by measuring this pressure we can calculate the temperature here. A pressure thermometer therefore measures temperature indirectly by measuring the pressure. You know, if this gas comes in contact with the cold body, it compress by itself, and if this gas comes in contact with the hot body, it expands. Now this is the important concept. Here we are going to see a thermocouple. A thermocouple, it is a device which is used to sense the temperature, or it is used to measure the temperature. A thermocouple, it is a temperature measuring devices consisting of two dissimilar conductors that contact with each other at one or more spots. Here you can see it is a thermocouple because the two different wires, one wire is of alloy of nickel chromium and another wire is alloy of nickel aluminum. When these two meets at a point, we called it as a junction. Again, a thermometer is a temperature measuring device consisting of two dissimilar conductors that contacts each other at one or more points. Here one point, and I will show you another point again. It produces a voltage when temperature of one of the spots differs from the reference temperature at other part of the circuit. Here you can see, if this junction where two dissimilar metals are connected, if this point, and again we are having the connection at another point there, so if this junction and reference junction having the difference in temperature, at that time they produces the voltage. Here you can see, if nickel chromium and nickel aluminum junction is used and if it is connected to the 300 degrees centigrade, at that time we get the voltage at 12.2 millivolt there. Okay. So again, thermocouple, two wires of different metal alloys are connected. It converts thermal energy into electrical energy. It requires a temperature difference between the measuring junction and the reference junction. It is easy to use and obtain. Here you can see it is the junction, it is the measuring junction where two different wire electrodes are coming. Here again you can see these two black dots means it is again a junction. This metal wire is of different material and this metal wire are again of different material. We name these two junction as a reference junction, and when there is a difference between this reference junction and this measuring junction arises, it produces the voltage or EMF there. It produces a voltage. So by measuring this voltage we can measure the temperature. So this is the measuring junction and this is the reference junction. Here is the reference junction. The connection. So here you can see in deep that how this measuring junction is used. This measuring junction or reference junction, this reference junction is having at a temperature which is already known. Here you can see, here we are placing this measuring reference junction in ice bath known constant temperature for our reference. Here you can see this blue wire A and this red wire B are making a measuring junction at this point, and this blue wire A along with this black wire, and then this red wire along with this black wire again making a junctions. Here we call them as a reference junction, and when at these two reference junction and measuring junction having a temperature difference, at that time it produces the voltage. Here you can see, and by measuring this voltage we can calculate the temperature there. Then this is a thermistor. This thermistor is similar to the RTD. RTD means resistance thermometer. But a semiconductor material is used instead of a metal. A thermistor is a solid state device. A thermistor has a large sensitivity than the RTD. But the resistance change with respect to temperature is non-linear here. A resistance of thermistor decreases with increase in temperature. Thermistors cannot be used to measure high temperature either. The maximum temperature of operation is sometimes only 100 or 200 degree centigrade. Then radiative temperature measuring devices means radiative pyrometers. So working principle of this radiative pyrometers is that the radiative properties of an object changes with temperature, means emissivity. So advantage, there is no physical contact with the object whose temperature is to be measured. A very high temperature can be measured. You know that this laser temperature gun or laser thermometers are the radiative pyrometers. The formula which we use in radiative pyrometers are E is equals to emissivity into sigma into T raised to the power 4. The fundamental equation for radiation from a body is the Stefan-Boltzmann law. It is equals to E is equals to epsilon into sigma into T raised to the power 4, where this capital E, it is the emissive power radiated per unit area. It is defined as the fraction of black body radiation emitted by the actual surface and must be lie between 0 to 1. It is the emissive power, it is a dimensionless number. Its value depends greatly upon the type of surface area A. Black body has an emissivity of exactly 1. Is the emissive power, this is the emissivity, this is the sigma, which is the Stefan and Boltzmann constant, and this is the temperature of the emitting body. Okay, so here we already know the Stefan-Boltzmann constant, emissivity and epsilon. So by measuring this we can calculate the temperature of the radiating body. Okay students, so I will conduct one more lecture of this temperature sensors or temperature measuring device tomorrow. So today we are stopping here. In the next section we will see about the pressure measuring devices, then proximities, then optical encoders, rotary variable differential transformers. I will teach you this one by one. We will repeat this concept of thermocouples, thermistor, RTDs once again. Okay, so thank you. We are stopping here. Okay, so here we are going to see this animation of this thermocouple, that how it works. Okay, so here we are, you can see. So I already told you that when these two different metal wires are connected at a point, there is a forming a junction, and if this junction get heated, it's produce a change in voltage, and by measuring this change in voltage we can calculate the temperature. Here on the screen you can see that if this one junction is get heated there, so this is the measuring junction, and here you can see this green dots, it is the referring junction. And when you start hitting this or when this measuring junction is connected to the high heat body, at that time it starts producing the voltage here, and this voltage can be converted into the temperature by some mathematical modeling there. So these green lines are the reference junction, and this black one is the measuring junction. Okay, so on this screen you can see that why this voltage is generated when the measuring junction is heated. So here what is happening, that when you start hitting the measuring when this measuring junction comes in contact with the hot body, the electrons in that region get energized, and this energized electron starts to move toward the cooler end or reference junction. This is what causes this, all the electrons come to this one end and the negative charge is created there, and there is a potential difference between the two junction is created, and potential difference it created means there is a generation of the voltage, and then this voltage is converted to the temperature by some mathematical modeling here. Okay, so this is complete for today's section. These are types are according to the temperature range and durability, vibration resistance and chemical resistance, application, compactability. On this basis of these are the types again. Normally this type K type thermocouples are used in our colleges, which are having -180 to 1300 degrees centigrade. We can be used for short term. For long term continuous term, then they are having a tolerance. Okay, so it is enough for the today's section. Thank you.